good morning. Welcome to the Teach Better Today morning show, where we get to join your morning every single day, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern. Jeff Gargas is here again with me. I just can't get rid of him. So please feel free to send your complaints to info@teachbetter.com. That would be great. My name is Rae Hughart, and we are headed into an incredible show. I say that not knowing really what we're going to get into, but cross your fingers for us and we'll see you on the other side. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Jeff. Are you sick of me yet?
What's that?
Are you sick of me?
No, but man, you said incredible. Like, talk about setting the bar a little high for us this morning. Jeez.
I meant incredible in like the vague way where it's
undersell, over deliver, Rae.
Okay, guys, this is going to be the
You're
worst
in for
show.
A terrible show. And then they're like, it was mediocre. That was good.
Terrible. This is the worst episode. Stop listening, switch it, go listen to something else.
No, we're good. I'm excited to be here. I've gotten to do a bunch of shows this week, and that's fun. That's exciting.
I mean, stuff. I'm happy you're happy.
I'm happy that you're happy that I'm happy.
I'm happy that you're happy that I'm happy that you're happy.
I think we're going to leave it at that.
Yes. So what's your day like today? Do you have a lot going on?
No, actually I have a pretty oddly clear schedule because a lot of folks are out training today, which means we don't have some meetings got adjusted. So a day where I would typically have some meetings, we don't. Don't have a whole lot going on. So no, I have a lot of work to do, but I don't have the interruptions and not necessarily net bad interruptions, but the interruptions that do that. So I just got we're getting off here and it's just I'm just able to work all day. So it's gonna be kind of fun, just kind of head down, getting some stuff done, hopefully. Yeah, not a whole lot. You don't have meetings. Do you have meetings today?
I have a really weird schedule. My whole day is not Teach Better related interruptions. I don't know how else to phrase it. I just signed up for
other aspects of your life that are going to be interrupting your work, but not.
Yeah. And I just signed up for this mentor program that I'm trying to really embrace, where I'm the mentee and I'm connecting with other people who can share perspectives.
You're being mentored.
Yes. Yeah.
And from personal life standpoint, or for business, or what is that? Is it
business, but more so as a, I don't know how to phrase it. I don't want to phrase it this way, but small business owner, somebody trying to make an impact in the world. So gotcha, it's personal and professional, I guess.
Yeah, but personal, but with that aspect known, obviously.
Yeah. So it connects you with mentors, business leaders.
Like a network thing.
Yeah, all over the US.
Oh, it's just oh, gotcha. Okay, cool.
And that kicks off today. So I have my first meeting today, and it seems pretty casual. But it's
to know what that's called.
Yeah, it's through university. National Louis is doing it. So I'm just excited to see what it's about. I'm trying to gain perspective outside of my bubble. Sometimes we talk about it's good to have your bubble of people that keep you grounded, safe, inspired. I'm trying to extend beyond. And so I kind of picked this up as a little side project, and I think it's good. I'm just a little, it's when you register, okay, I'm talking in circles, but when you register for something, you're this is going to be really good. And then it's a lot all at once. And it's not that you're not excited for it. You just weren't ready for it to take over your week.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, I'm in 2 masterminds out that are business masterminds with other business owners that have no connection to our company.
Right.
And those are invaluable to me. Even when we're not focused on me, which is a lot of times, it's other, whatever, just having the conversations. And then I've got someone who technically isn't my coach, but I kind of consider my coach. I don't know if he knows that or not. But I'm in a mastermind with him that he leads, but then a lot of access outwards. And that really helps because it's a very different perspective, and he's been there and done some things. And so And and he's similar in the sense of like, well, he actually lives in Ohio, oddly enough, but like wife and kids, like, there's a lot of similarities and stuff. So I think it's important to find those people that can help you, but don't necessarily know the ins and out of your day to day, if that makes sense. Like they'll learn about it from you, and so they don't have their own bias necessarily into there yet, if that makes sense.
Right. And for me personally, from an educator lens, I find that there are so many tools or strategies in the quote unquote business world that serve education well, but because more often than not, we don't see schools as businesses. I don't necessarily see some of those strategies come over quickly. And so my hope is not to necessarily learn how to run or teach better business better, but more so think about how the things that I'm going to be mentored on can make us better educators in the classroom to reach our stakeholders, our leaders, our students, kind of everything in between. I have my master's degree. I might pursue a doctorate at some point, and I love learning about education, but sometimes I think stepping out and learning about a different field makes you stronger in the field you work in. So it should be fun.
Agreed.
Yeah. But so I feel like I have a really busy day, but not for
It
anyone.
sounds good busy though.
It's
Good
good.
busy.
I think that truly the next few days I've seen, it's good busy. It's good.
Good. That's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So
Awesome.
we are going to dive into a listener question here in a
Ooh, I like it.
minute, but I thought it would be fun.
Oh no, I thought I was out. Okay, what? But
I thought
what?
it'd be fun to throw you a question I was asked yesterday, that I think our audience will enjoy. And the question I was asked was, tell me something that I don't know about you. So if I was to challenge you with that question, not maybe specifically me, but our audience, what's something about you that our audience doesn't commonly know about?
Let's see, those are two very, very different answers because you know a lot more about me than the audience. So I don't.
Right. But I mean, like, it doesn't, maybe I know about it, but like the majority of our audience, maybe there'll be one person in the comments like Alex Valencic who knows everything about everything because he hears
Yeah,
it once or
Alex, nothing's
remembers
gonna be
it.
surprising for him. Something that people wouldn't know about me.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think what I'm not super. I don't. I don't know where to go with this because I'm like, all right, I could talk about like my blindness, in my eye, but I've talked about that a lot before. I could talk about how I'm college up. We talk about that all the time. I could talk about how I'm a hopeless romantic, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows that now too. I am. And I feel like I've talked about this too, so I don't know if this is where you wanted me to go with this or not. I am terrified of flying.
I don't
I can
think a lot
fly
of
with the
people know that
team,
about
but I'm like, it's like it's irrational because it's weird. Because like I am, but I'm also not. Like I really like flying, but I'm terrified of it. I don't know if that makes any sense.
you. It
Like
doesn't.
once we're up, and if it's smooth, I love being in the air. Like it's so cool. Like looking out there at the clouds and all that type of stuff. And I enjoy the kind of hustle bustle of the airport stuff like that. But like from the moment I'm like, okay, I'm here, I'm checked in. It's like I'm gonna get on this plane, and then like the taking off. Like I don't mind landing. Everyone's like, oh, I don't mind landing. I'm already on my way down. Like we're good. It's the taking off where most problems happen. I'm terrified of taking off, and then if there's any turbulence, I'm looking everywhere. Like I'm like, is anybody else freaking out? Or is it me? Are the stewardess still? Are they still moving? Okay, they're still flight attendants are still moving. So like we're okay. If they sit down, I'm like, oh crap, this is it. This is it. And it's weird. The first time I flew with my kids was a couple years ago. It was really great because I couldn't be that because I was with my daughter and she had that, and I had to be. And it was like we just did a little jump from Cleveland to Detroit, which is like really you basically up and down over the water, and it was storming. It was terrible flight, just turbulence literally from takeoff to landing. I feel, and Jacqueline was not happy about it. We sat on the plane afterwards with her crying, I don't want to do it again. I don't want, which we were about to get on another plane. And like for that time, I was like, oh, it was good. Like I didn't have to.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm normally, and
Okay.
it's like, and it doesn't matter. Like even if it's like if I'm flying out and back, and I've gone like and I've had to change. So I'm technically I'm like on like my fourth flight. I'm a little more relaxed, but like I still get it. And I've flown quite a bit, but I did not fly until I was 20. Oh, I guess I was 21, but I refused to fly anywhere. Like we had a lot of opportunities where my family could have flown or whatever, and I would not fly anywhere. I was terrified of it. and it
That
hasn't
goes
changed in 20
into
years.
that goes into the book I was reading that I've mentioned on a previous show, The Ego Effect,
Mhm.
because alter ego effect,
Yeah.
because you as a parent with Jacqueline
I had to
needed
put
to
on a different.
be someone else than who you are traveling on your own.
Now, if
Like, I
I'm with
like
someone, I'm better. Like if you like you and I have been on a flight together, I think once where we were on the same. Like it was different because we were having a conversation in my mind. I didn't have a chance in my mind. Now, if I can start talking, like so, if you ever find yourself on a plane with me, even if we don't recognize each other, just have a conversation with me because it'll help me out a lot.
yeah, there you go.
But like one time, like if I have someone that's talkative next to me, whatever, like that helps me get through it. But like, and Chad and I have flown a lot and stuff. But yeah, I that's something that I think I really struggle with that people probably don't realize.
Yeah, that's a good one. I am on the other end where I can fall asleep before takeoff and wake up when we're landing.
Yeah, like they have to just like roll you off the plane.
Yeah, like
Like, no, I'm not. I don't know. It's a weird thing with me.
well, I would love to hear anyone else in the comments if you're willing. We'd love to hear something about you. It doesn't have to be too personal, but something that the majority of people in the comments, Jeff and I, that we don't know, like a fun fact,
Mhm.
something special. That's a good one, Jeff. I think that's
It doesn't
people.
need to be like a fear or anything like that. It could just be a fun
No.
thing that you can do or an experience you had that like we would never have thought coming.
Yeah, or a lot of you, we follow you on Facebook, but like maybe you have something about your family or
Yeah.
members of your family that we don't know
Oh
and
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
engaged with yet. Maybe you have some cool pets in your house or a favorite hobby you haven't shared. So let us know in the comments. We're going to transition here into a listener question. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Teach Better Today morning show where the Teach Better team gets to join you every single morning, Monday through Friday. We are so excited to get into our team talk, which is the section of our show we have every single time where we get to talk shop. And today we're specifically going to answer your questions submitted by a listener. So feel free to keep sending those in. We love it. We're happy to talk about common themes going on in the year and things that come up in our lives. We also love to hear from you. So make sure you're a contributor to the show. And of course, if you're here commenting, we really appreciate you. Jeff, we have a listener question today that I think is going to get us both thinking, but I'm super excited for the creativity that's going to come out of it.
Okay, let's hear it. And just be clear, she does not tell me what these are.
It's cheating if I read them to you ahead of time,
But you get to read them ahead of time.
but I'm the boss.
Ooh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. She finally says the quiet part out loud.
Okay, how about this? If they send it to you, you can read it and then add it to the listener question list.
If you want to
Like,
send to me, that's fine. My email is rachel@teachbetter.com.
that's not like Rachel's gonna get those and be like, this doesn't have to do with marketing.
She'll make sure it gets into where it needs to go.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
literally our director of marketing. So she's not really gonna help you, but you can email her.
She's gonna think it's supposed to be tweeted out.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. What is the question though? No, you can send them to me. It's Jeff at.
Here's the question. This is not specific to you. I just think it's a really interesting
Mhm.
question. And I love sometimes listener questions are like, this is for Jeff. This one is like
Sure.
in general. How do you stay up to date on latest trends and advancements it says in the field of education specifically, but I think we can kind of make this more general if we need to, but how do you stay up to date with the latest trends and advancements?
So one of the ways that I do that is I use Feedly as a tool of just like I have Feedly just pulls RSS feeds from blogs. So it
Can you
becomes
can you use less terms?
Feedly, Feedly. It's like a super simple thing, and you can connect different websites and blog and publication sites, and it'll pull in all the posts from those sites. And so then what I did, it creates a feed. I use it on my iPad. It's like when I'm having coffee, I bring that up, and I have a couple different feeds. You can set up multiple different ones. So I have like a business one. I have a education one. Then I have like a one that I write that's labeled as like for social sharing. So things that I think publications that are likely to give me something that I think I want to pop out. And so then what I do with that is I just have a feed that is, I mean, it feels sort of like a social media feed, but it's all blog post. So you see who it's from, you see usually the title, and there's usually like a little snippet, and so I can scroll through and click and read the latest news. Whether it's because I have like a lot of ed tech folks that are like pulling in from there. Some of the different bloggers or podcasters that typically are like up to date or just really knowledgeable, or who I really just like as well. And that way I'm trying to stay as up to date as much as possible. So that's one of the ways that I do it that I like.
So, although that's a great resource, I appreciate you sharing that. It's really that you read blogs. Like, you stay up to
Yeah,
date
yeah, that's just the
every
tool that I use to help me stay up to date. It's yeah, I'm reading articles and blog posts and news updates from people and or organizations that I think stay on top of that probably better than I do.
Hmm, I like that. That's good. I think it's my who I follow. I
Well, as I
think
say, so
I
it's similar like how you kind of try to train your algorithm to give you stuff on a social media site too, right? It's the same type of
yeah.
thing. Follow
When
those
I'm
things.
thinking of, like, what's hot in education, it's a blend it's like okay, I don't wanna say it's exclusively this, but a huge way that I hear buzzwords or what's up and coming or whatever is from my network, people I follow, a lot of you in the
Mhm.
comments and then some, who I see you all post about it, and I'm like, "Oh, I wanna look into that." And I very specifically, I know we've talked about in the past, like, curate my news feed. I
Yeah.
very specifically follow educators who I have a vested interest in, and sometimes it's a vested interest, like, I love the content they share, I wanna know what their family is like, I want updates on what's going on in their world, and sometimes it's a vested interest of you're a progressive educator. I want to know what you're looking into. What strategies are you sharing? Sometimes it's an educator who's very research focused or is reading a
Mhm.
lot. I'm like, I want to know what you're consuming. What are you finding? So I think because I'm so deliberate in that, that's one component of how I see what's going on in the
Which I think
world.
yeah, I think and that's a great I think I do that as well, the one I went
Sure.
with that.
Yeah.
So I think but they're very similar things. It's like it's you talk about like who you surround yourself with. I feel the same way with when you what you read, what you listen to, what you watch is all the same thing as like the people you
Mhm.
surround yourself with. Just surround yourself in the digital. So like you
Yeah.
yeah, we've had a lot of conversations about you and how you do that to really tailor your algorithm so you're getting what you need out of that
Mhm.
platform and all your platforms. So like a great, absolute great strategy because you're going to see like what's being talked about a lot, what hashtags are popping up, what who's getting tagged, and to your point, like what is that word that people keep saying that I don't know, or that thing that I'm not as familiar with? And then you can go dig into it.
Yeah, I do really like that. I like when I'm at a training working with a school or if I'm scrolling on social media or whatever, I see something that sparks my interest, an acronym I don't know, a strategy, a really cool picture. Then I usually, my next step is to turn to who's the experts in the field. Am I following them? Do I want to know kind of what components they have in this space? And then I take all that together and I try to find at least 2 podcast episodes that someone
Ooh,
has done
okay.
talking about it. You know me, I consume so much better by listening via audio.
Mhm.
So I usually like pull those vocab words and have that help tailor the podcast that I can find. And there's so many podcasters out there who are experts in spaces that I'm not an expert on. And I really enjoy hearing their analysis, pros and cons, and criticisms of what's going on. Yeah, I think there's like a lot out it's all gonna come down to a network. There's no way around
Yeah,
it.
yeah. No,
Mhm.
yeah, I like that. And your network and utilizing the tools, like we live in all f- a lot of other things aside, an incredible time when it comes to the availability of knowledge. Like literally, there's nothing you can't go learn about
Mhm.
if you set yourself up and build things the correct way. Whether it's setting up a feed of blog posts or the podcast that you subscribe to, or the way that you build your who you're following and the algorithms and stuff. Like we can go find anything, and like it's really awesome. And we need to take better advantage of that on a more consistent basis to go learn and grow.
I will say I always think of teachbetter.com. This is the worst analogy. Every time I use this analogy, I say it's the worst analogy, but nobody has given me any other option. So I'm sorry again for the millionth time that I say this. Somebody email me a better explanation. but I feel like teachbetter.com is like I'm standing in a room with doors all around me, and every door is going to get me towards a solution. I just need to choose what means I want to get there. Like, if
Mhm.
you're thinking through how to learn at teachbetter.com, I feel like it's a great place to start because it's a safe place to dip your toe in. You could go to the blogs and read the blogs that we publish multiple times throughout the week by guest bloggers all around the world. You could go to the podcast network, which is there's so many different hosts and podcast shows there. Episodes are published multiple times a week from all around the world. You could go to an admin mastermind, which is a group that meets every single week that has different topics every week and has educational leaders from all around the world. We have our like in-person, like for example, the cruise opportunity that we're offering next summer, where we're going to get educators physically together on a cruise ship. And they're going to be able to see so many different speakers from the Teach Better team, thanks to the Teach Your Heart Out community bringing a lot of our speakers in. And that's going to be a time where we have 5 days of different perspectives and learning from people all around the world. We have like, I just feel like it's an endless
Mhm.
stream. We have the Educator Club. There's so many realms to explore. And I always, like you shared in previous episodes, and I like to say all the time, like start with the easiest win. So
Mhm.
if you're striving to stay up to date, I think it really comes with like what's in your comfort zone. And I would start there. I don't think my suggestion would be to start outside of your comfort zone. Like just
Mm-mm.
get it into your daily habit.
I'm gonna pitch an analogy. So I don't think yours is bad. I don't
It's
think it's the
so
worst.
bad. Who stands in a room
But
with multiple doors?
well, yeah, I think the room visual kind of feels whatever smaller.
Boxy.
It's like you're like when you walk on teachbetter.com, you're like you're coming into the community and you have different stores that you can go to or meetings you can join or parties that are going on or social
Oh.
networking events or the bar where everyone's just hanging out. Like you
It's
have
like a
all these
mall.
opportunities
It's
and
like an
things to
indoor
get into.
mall.
It's yeah, like a community. I'm picturing. So we have here in like I'm in Stowe, but Cuyahoga Falls has like down by the riverfront where it's all like it's the where you walk
Oh.
is outside, but there's all these different shops and there's bars and there's restaurants and there's community organizations and there's the event
Ooh,
center and
I like this
houses.
better. So it's like a downtown street closed off from the cars where you just get to
Yeah,
walk.
where you can walk. It's the community that you walk through, right? That
Wow.
little quaint downtown that's really,
And there's
but
like
like
the
you,
string
but
lights.
yeah, but you could also you can you got the travel agents. You can book the cruise, like right. You got
Yeah.
the spot, but you have the library where you go get stuff, but you can stop in and talk to, you know what I mean? Like I think that's, and
What's
honestly,
that
I like the
called?
idea of using it as community. Like it's a community.
Somebody
That's what
throw
we
that in
all.
the chat. What's it
It's
called? Because they did it during COVID, and I think the whole world should be that way. But where they like don't let cars drive, and it's one of those like cobblestone, like you just get to walk on the street in the middle of
I
the
think
street.
they. I don't know what the is there a word for that?
There's got to be a word.
Okay, maybe.
It's like an
I think the analogy though is it's a community, which is I think we've been saying it for years, and I think there's no
yeah.
need to make up anything. That's what it is.
I won't
It's in
lie.
when you come in a community, where are you going? And there's a
When
lot
you
of places you're
say
going.
when you say it's a community, I think of a senior living community.
Hey,
And
listen, I'm working on it.
no, I would be like game, like that feels really attractive. But I'm liking the evening yellow lighting, the string lights, the walking
Well,
down the red
but which I am
cobblestone.
too, but it's also when it's the community walks too bright in the morning and everyone's waking up and the
Fine.
coffee shops opening up to get you going in the morning. And,
So it's
I'm
like
telling you, that's
sunrise
what it
time.
is.
I just want it
Huh?
to not be really bright right for sunglasses. That's all I'm saying.
I think I think the weather changes in the community just like anything else.
Wait, this
That's why I
community
wouldn't put
doesn't
it
have
inside,
weather?
right?
This
Like,
community doesn't have a weather control system? What kind of community is
no, it's not the Truman Show. Although that would be fun. Like,
Okay,
would
moving on.
you could be Truman, I'll be up in the moon
We
controlling
hope
your
this was
life.
helpful. We hope this was helpful in some
I
way, shape,
doubt
or
it
form.
was, but we hope it was.
I feel like I have a really cute picture in my head of what teachbetter.com
Me
is.
too. I feel like I'm picturing I'm really loving what I'm picturing right now. So,
Maybe we all get to live in our alternate reality of teachbetter.com. Like yours
and you
can
know
be
what?
really bright and vomit worthy, and mine can be like romantic and glamorous and
If
relaxed.
if if coming onto our website or joining our community give someone their own picture perfect like vision, then I think we're doing our job pretty well at that point. So,
oh my gosh, guys, let us know what your teachbetter.com
what is it?
Starry Night
What is it?
Road.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
What's the visual? Paint that picture. I love it.
All right, friends. We are headed into kind of wrapping up the show, but we do want to thank you for all that you do. We hope you have an incredible rest of your day. And if you need anything, feel free to reach out to Jeff or I. Jeff probably won't respond to you, but I care about you, so you can reach out to me. And yeah, this is fun, Jeff. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Bye, guys. Hey, Teach Better community. Thank you so much for joining the Teach Better Today morning show every single weekday at 7 a.m. Eastern. We have so many resources for you outside of this live stream at teachbetter.com, including blogs, podcasts, and professional development that will bring our team to your school. Wherever you are listening from this morning, please make sure you are sharing and celebrating the incredible educators in this world. And hey, if you are listening over on a podcast to Teach Better Talk, we would love a 5-star review. The comments are always so entertaining. We'll see you tomorrow.